Well guys, what you're looking at here is a file in some coals that I'm annealing. You can see I just heated up till it's cherry red and now I'm leaving it to cool down slowly. What it's going to do is it's going to change the hardness of this file to, I think, around 25 Rockwell hardness. I'm not sure exactly, but what I'm going to do with this file is make a crook knife for spoon carving, because I made a few spoon blanks and I don't have a crook knife and I can't afford to buy one, so I'm going to make one. So the steel from this file is W2, not O1, but it's just good. It's just you need to temper it, slightly harder temper. It's very hard steel, with carbon steel. So just a few tips when you're annealing: make sure you anneal the whole blade. Heat it to a cherry red. You can test with a magnet, but I can clearly see the cherry red that it reached, and I just leave it to cool slowly. Okay, so now we're grinding the teeth off this file that we just annealed. I've done a little bit. So a few things to bear in mind when we're grinding the teeth off: don't let it overheat and burn your fingers, because the metal will get hot. Okay, and you want to square up all the edges, and don't apply pressure to one side of this file too much, because that way you can cause small bevels on it, which you don't want. Also, just try and get you want to get all the rust of the teeth off, but you don't have to get all the teeth off because it's only going to be really a rough crooked knife I'm making here. But I'll just get to it here. A good way to know that your file has been annealed is the amount of sparks it'll throw. So the very thin bits of metal will still throw a good amount of sparks, but the main body of it won't throw as many sparks as it would if it wasn't annealed. I tested it before it was annealed, just to see how many sparks throw off, and it barely throws off any sparks after it's been annealed, when you're grinding the teeth off. So keep on watching this series of videos. Next part to come will probably be, grinding the bevel, let's say, or cutting the file off to make the actual length of the blade. So keep on watching, and thank you. So now we're going to show how to grind the bevel on this blade. So I've cut it. I see the tang is just naturally there already, so I don't need to cut that out. And I'm going to start the bevel on it now. If you noticed in my previous video, that was one of my first times grinding a blade, and I only used one hand. And it wasn't as accurate as using two hands. I was afraid I was going to cut myself on this bell grinder, but it's actually not fast enough. It's not strong enough to cut me. So I can use two hands safely. So hold on tight so your blade doesn't go fling out of your hand. So you can basically understand what I'm doing here. I've nearly got this bevel ground now, and the angle I'm using is about 15 degrees because I want this for wood carving. So a 15-degree angle would be good for wood carving. Thanks for watching. So keep on following me in the series of making a crooked knife. Here it comes. We're going to bend it now. Okay, I'm going to put it back in for a few more minutes. Let it heat up a little more. So there we go, nice bend. Let's bend that a little bit. Now let's put in one more heat. Okay, so cherry red, no magnet stick, and let's take it out. Alright, to quench. Okay, that quench worked perfectly. The blade didn't break, it's still straight, that perfect little hook. And that should make a good knife. So continue on. Next step will be tempering and then handling.